Hello, this is Barry Coombs from ComputerWorld.co.uk and also Define Tomorrow. I'm here at VMworld and now I've got with me Zerto.
Hi Barry, thank you. I'm Paul Zeiter, I'm the president for Zerto.
Fantastic. So obviously Zerto have been around for a few years now. How many years is it that you guys have been around?
Yep, so we were established in 2009. We started shipping product about this time in 2011, so we're in our 5th year of delivering product into the marketplace.
Fantastic. And for those that haven't heard about Zerto, what are you in the business of doing?
So we're in the business of resiliency for your IT infrastructure. So we are protecting those critical applications and data for our customers that are running those in virtual environments.
Fantastic. So you offer a replication and backup product that is working in environments? How do you build
yourself?
So
how we position ourselves is we're in the business continuity. So yes, replication, the difference of what we do is we're not a backup company.
Okay.
The difference is that we play in the area where you can only afford to lose potentially seconds of data. So our recover point objectives or an RPO is literally seconds, and we also are fully automated on the recovery side. So the recover time objective, or the RTO, is measured in minutes. So where that gets positioned within our enterprise customers is for those critical applications and data that you can't afford to be out for any length of time.
Okay, so I suppose think of it, in the UK it's like a Sky Plus box, or in America like a TiVo box where you can rewind back in time and get to that point where you need to recover your data.
You're exactly right. So in addition to doing continuous replication over to the secondary data center, we use what's called a journal, and that journal allows us to take granularity of the writes so that if something were to happen as a common situation that unfortunately is coming up these days, like ransomware with CryptoLocker, is a use case that we've actually had customers recover from, where now they can go back to a point in time just prior to that CryptoLocker being put on their data set. They can test first, and if they can recover from that, then they literally can recover without any outage or downtime again.
So one of the trends that we're seeing here at VMworld is the cloud is now kind of almost being billed as kind of production ready. We've seen this relationship come to fruition between VMware and AWS. I suppose the benefit of your product is fully software based. It doesn't have to be at the hardware level. So how are you guys dealing with the problem of the cloud? Are you having any offerings in that space?
We absolutely are. We've actually now been in the cloud for 4 years. We released our cloud edition of the solution in around the June timeframe of 2012. So we have a lot of experience with cloud service providers, and we look at it as a phenomenal opportunity. There's no question anymore, the cloud is no longer a marketing term. We see customers moving to the cloud. What we offer in the cloud is disaster recovery as a service, offering really the same level of RPOs and RTOs, so really enterprise class solutions that managed service providers can offer to the customers using our solution. It's a fully multi-tenant and multi-site solution that allows them through a single pane of glass to offer up disaster recovery. And we're really the first technology that allowed a true enterprise class disaster recovery as a service solution with the ability for the service provider to take the back end and leverage their infrastructure, which makes it much more competitive from a pricing standpoint. Makes it more sense now, instead of in the past where the customer would have to take their exact data center structure and duplicate that in the cloud plus the cloud overhead. That's not compelling. Now that they're able to leverage, the service provider is able to leverage their back end, it becomes much more affordable and is creating a lot more of the move that we're now seeing.
Definitely.
From on-prem.
I think that's really important. At the moment we're seeing two major trends. One is how do we start this journey to the cloud, and second of all, we're seeing major concerns around security, things like CryptoLocker at the moment. So as a vendor in your space offering business continuity, it's critical that we have a simple solution, that we're able to bridge that gap between on-premise and the cloud, and we also offer the people the ability to recover their data with low RPO and RTO as possible. So it sounds like you've kind of got that sweet spot. You're not trying to be a master to everything kind of thing, and you're offering that real specialist area.
So you make great points, Barry, and you're exactly right. And if you look at where we're taking the product, today we have over 330 managed service providers that offer up around the globe a Zerto-powered disaster recovery as a service or disaster recovery between their clouds. Also, if you think about a lot of the talk about moving to the clouds, one of the tough things that enterprise customers grapple with is how do I actually get into the cloud? So we actually are a phenomenal migration tool to allow the customers in a very non-disruptive way. As you mentioned, the products are very simple to install, simple to manage, non-disruptive. So there's no outages that need to be taken. You can start replicating right away, and you can actually fail over, and you can even choose to stay in the cloud now and fail use a secondary site within the cloud service provider to be fully ingested as a DR. We are releasing 5.0 in about 30 days from today, and 5.0 is going to take that journey for our customers and our service providers to a whole new level. A couple of important things is, one, we will be introducing one-to-many. So today, many to one, so we have multiple sites that come into one data center. This will now allow customers the ability to point the same VM copy to, possibly they want to put one in a managed service provider, and maybe they want to put one in the public cloud for additional assurances, or for the cost of a very cost affordable solution. So they'll now be able to do that with our 5.0 release. Also, today we support AWS as a public cloud. 5.0 will also now add support for Azure as well. So again, giving customers this flexibility, portability, agility with their applications, with their data, to not only run them where they want to, but also be protected.
And that flexibility I think is really important, because we're not seeing one cloud provider being the obvious choice for everybody. Clearly AWS and Azure are leading the way, but people like the flexibility of maybe using a local provider because they can offer some differentiator. So it's really good to hear your product is able to tick many boxes in that space. So thank you ever so much for joining me at VMworld today. I look forward to learning more about your product.
Excellent, thank you, Ray.
Thank you, cheers.